Guys, this is pretty interesting. YouTube is removing dislikes.
Sort of.
Let's see. To reduce targeted dislike attacks and their impact on creators, you'll no longer see a public dislike count on YouTube starting today. The dislike button is staying. Hold on, let's read. Let's hear what
Hey folks, you may have seen a while back that YouTube announced it was experimenting with.
Well,
Take note of the
let's
dislike.
give a fond farewell to the dislike
Yeah,
button.
exactly.
Just by everyone's disliking it.
making dislike counts private.
You know what happened? They made this Creator Studio account and they've got a shitload of dislikes and they're like, we don't like that.
This kind of sucks.
This sucks.
To only the creator of the video.
Why am I
now,
getting
if you're
hate?
like me, you were surprised by that. I mean, I've always thought seeing the number of dislikes on a video helps us know as viewers if it's a good video or not, if it's a helpful tutorial or not, or if what a creator is saying in their video is generally agreed with.
Well, what do you make about this, bro? 8.2 thousand dislikes. What do we think?
I mean, I feel like if you have a sense of humor at all, you have to dislike this.
Yeah,
video.
you have to.
Yeah. So whether or not you're happy with this change, that's the
Or
only thing
not.
you can do.
But unfortunately, research teams at YouTube have found there's this whole other use for disliking a video that
You all
I
need
had never
research team to figure that out? The people use a dislike button to tell people to fuck off or to troll. We had a 10-year-long research team. We employed 500 researchers from around the world and invested $1 billion. And we've concluded that some people use the dislike button to troll. What is trolling?
experienced as a creator, and you may not have either. Apparently, groups of viewers are targeting a video's dislike button to drive up the count, turning it into something like a game with a visible scoreboard.
No. What?
And
that
Who would do that?
news on the internet? This is awesome that they're like talking about. They just discovered
and
this.
it's usually
out.
just because they don't like the creator or what they stand for. That's a big problem when half of YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice. So earlier in
What about the voice of people that hate your guts and want to dislike you? They don't get a voice anymore.
2021, YouTube experimented with making the public dislike count private to see if it would help reduce these coordinated dislike attacks across the platform.
It won't.
And after analysis, they did see a reduction. So the update from YouTube is that the dislike button is staying, but the dislike counts will now be private.
Now only you'll
You can
feel bad
still
about it.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was funny.
This just means more hate comments, right?
And that.
That's an interesting theory.
No,
I
I mean,
feel like, yeah, you'll look
People,
at the top comments to see how everybody else feels.
right.
people are going to want to express their frustration or anger or dissatisfaction. They can still do it.
There'll be a comment at the top, and we'll say,
This is
use,
dislike button.
use me as a dislike button.
That's
and it
going to be
will-
on every video.
On every video.
Well, the thing is, at least the creators are going to be able to control that. I think that's what they.
Yeah,
they're
you can
res-
remove that.
I guess it's true. But
And this is all leading back to TikTok. They're just same thing with the shorts. It's just to keep up with TikTok.
What does this have to do with TikTok? Likes, dislikes?
Because the dislikes aren't on TikTok.
Right. It's just hearts.
Yeah.
Dislike videos, and that action will be used to tune your own recommendations, but you won't be able to see the dislike
hold the
count
phone.
will now be,
What did he
and
say?
after analysis, they did see a reduction. So the update from YouTube is that the dislike button is staying, but the dislike counts will now be private. You can still dislike videos, and that action will be used to tune your own recommendations, but
What? The dislike button tunes recommendations? That is huge.
That is huge.
That is fucking huge. That is huge thing that they just disclosed.
Yeah, because if I dislike someone's like apology video, I don't want to miss the rest of it.
Yeah. Never see their videos again.
Right.
Or if you dislike an episode of the podcast, you dislike it, and then they're like, oh, he doesn't ever want to see their videos again? Well, I was under the impression, and this is from talking to people at YouTube too, is that the dislike have no effect on anything at all. But this motherfucker is telling me here today that affects your discovery. That is insane. I think people need to know that because they throw the dislike button around like nothing. It doesn't mean you never want to see their videos again.
Am I alone in feeling like I've always known that?
I agree. Yeah, I feel like I've known that too.
Well, I've talked to people. I think there's been like a rumor. People have
I think
thought
people have always
erroneously.
assumed that.
Right, but YouTube's never confirmed itself.
I always figured it was like a myth that the more engagement does. And I've talked to YouTube. I mean, I've literally talked with them, and they say that it does nothing.
They're lying to you, bro. Call
Well,
Susan. Just get Susan on the phone.
But I don't think the like
now.
the like doesn't do anything. It doesn't increase engagement. It doesn't.
Everything you say is sus now. I don't know if I believe you, Ethan.
But
Bro,
the
what the
dislike
Personally, I think
counts
it does.
will now
It doesn't, bro. It
be
doesn't.
private. You can still dislike videos, and that action will be used to tune your own recommendations.
I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now. This is shocking.
But you won't be able to see the dislike count. Only the creator can find it on the back end. If they
Also,
want.
like generally, I don't dislike videos because I feel like a douche doing it. So I'm not gonna go like dislike someone's video because I don't want to see it anymore. I mean, you're already watching the video. I don't get it.
Now, a few common questions we saw from the initial experiment. First, without a public dislike count, how can viewers tell if a video is worth watching? Again, I kind of had this question too, but it turns out that while viewers might use the dislike count to give them a sense of a video's worth, when the teams looked at the data across millions of viewers and videos in the experiment, they didn't see a noticeable difference in viewership, regardless of whether they could see the dislike count or not. In other words, it didn't really matter.
I mean, I would say when I'm looking for like a tutorial, that's the only time where it matters. But
Right.
any other time, I
It's
don't
the time that it matters, though.
Yeah, it definitely matters. If you're like looking for a Premiere or After Effects thing and you see it has 80% dislike, you're like, okay. Yeah, or making fun of Keem, exactly. You know, this just occurred to me. Keemstar complains that nobody sees the videos on their recommendations. Like, yeah, everybody disliked your videos, obviously. That's why.
Bitch.
Holy shit.
Or if a video had a lot of dislikes or
Everybody liked this video, apparently.
You got to start saying it. I know you don't like to, but you got to start saying it.
I've never said it my whole career. My whole career. I have never instructed anybody to like my videos.
Smash that like button.
We'll just use the soundbite of your dad each episode.
All right, guys. Well, apparently it's important. Smash that like button because otherwise
Hit the
YouTube
bell.
won't ever show you my videos. What the fuck?
Turn all notifications on.
And if you hit the dislike button, you're never going to see my videos again.
Stupid bitch.
So don't do it. Even if you disagree with me. It's the worst thing you could ever do to me is dislike my video.
not, they still watched. Next common question. If creators can still see the dislike count on the back end, how's that any different? They can see it if they look for it inside Studio Analytics under the Engagement tab. But overall, it's much less likely to cause stress and embarrassment if the count isn't visible to the public.
Are you embarrassed
And one
now,
more
dude? How fucking embarrassed are you right now?
Pathetic.
Asshole. I hate the way this guy's explaining this. I hate that dislikes actually affect recommendation. Fuck.
One question, is this because YouTube Rewind got lots of dislikes? No.
Yes.
Although,
Yes, it is, bitch. You brought it up. I wasn't even wondering that.
Nobody was wondering that.
You brought that shit up. Susan was pissed.
Fortnite.
It's all from Fortnite, bro.
They're still mad. They're still mad all these years on.
Golly.
There are some teams internally who have learned the hard way what it feels like to get
Oh,
lots
he's
of
saying it
dislikes.
is.
Now, this again is about protecting
Wait,
all
this
creators.
motherfucker just said it's about they got butthurt about the dislikes.
No, although there are some teams internally who have learned the hard way what it feels like to get lots of dislikes. Now, this again is about protecting all creators and making sure they have a chance to succeed
Rewind
and
team.
feel safe in doing so. All right, so that's the update. I hope it doesn't cause too much frustration. Honestly, I think you're going to get used to it pretty quickly, and keep in mind other platforms don't even have a dislike button.
Well, shut up. You want to be like all other platforms now? You pick me ass platform?
So consider that. Thank you, and I hope you're well.
So my take on this was that I don't really care that they're removing the dislike button. It doesn't bother me. Until now, I just realized this is very upsetting me that the like buttons actually affect recommendations. This is upsetting me a lot, you guys. It doesn't really make sense for it to affect recommendation because people do it emotionally. It doesn't mean I want to see more or less. You know what I'm saying? It's a horrible metric to use. Can I report this video? Report. Harmful and
promotes terrorism.
Is that an option?
Yeah.
Oh, promotes terrorism.
Animals die!
This is on my account.
You just terrorized my mind with the revelation that
Murder.
like dislike affects recommendation. I disliked the video, and I hope you always remember that. Remember that. Even after it's disabled. Shame on you. Just because you got butthurt that Rewind got blasted with dislikes doesn't mean you have to turn it off for everyone. That's it.
I think it's great. Send.
They'll read that for sure.
Yep. Well put. Eloquently put.
What a douche.
I thought he was actually quite a good presenter in the video. Outside of like the content of what he was saying. It felt like he was much more natural than these are usually. So kudos to him. If you're watching,
I'm
sir,
not co-signing what you're saying. Dan.
this is my opinion.
Well,
this is
well,
my
fuck,
opinion.
nobody asked in this case for your opinion.
I
Okay,
am putting it forward.
if I want your opinion, I'll ask
sure
for
that
I'll ask for a dislike or
I'm sure
or
that
like
gentleman
from
will
you.
be glad to hear from me. Okay, he put a lot of work into
You know
that
what,
video.
bro? Here's what we're gonna do. We're
folks.
gonna put a like dislike button on your fucking desk. I want to hear from you. I'll come do a digital like button, and then you can speak.
That logistically sounds very difficult.
I'm disliking you right now.
I don't care.
Dislike, bitch.
It's disabled. Dislikes disabled.
Remove recommendations from Dan.
Dislikes are disabled.
I don't know. What do you guys think about the removing of dislikes? AB, you seem to have an opinion.
I don't want to upset the YouTube guys. I think it's great. I'm not up there.
What a fucking pussy.
Why do you think it's great? I mean,
Holy shit, dude.
I'm neutral. I think it's fine. I don't know if I think it's great.
Thank you, Dan. That shit really changed you. No, I think what it is they got to do something because recently TikTok beat YouTube in watch time and total watch time. So they got to
Wait.
do something to.
You think it's the like
The
dislike
dislikes?
button? How the fuck was that effective?
Well, they're trying everything. I had someone from YouTube. I have a small channel reach out to me and want to do a phone call asking what they could do to improve shorts. So they're really taking initiative. I've never seen them do that on YouTube like this, and it's because of TikTok. And maybe they just associate TikTok with a better time because there's no dislikes. There's mean comments, but you could delete them.
I don't think that's why. I think TikTok's just insane. I think it's just insanely popular. It's just people like scrolling that shit.
Right.
Maybe he has a point.
But I think they're just trying everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's motivating them to finally try and innovate a little bit. YouTube's been resting on their laurels a little bit.
Well, maybe they should start promoting my videos more and paying me more.
Yeah, well, that's one option.
Like, how about that?
They also just announced there's a huge amount of features they're basically just lifting wholesale from Twitch for live streaming that's coming to YouTube soon. So
That they're not bringing to us because we don't play video games. Exactly. That's why YouTube's in the shitter.
we can just lie and say we're gaming and have those features turned on, probably.
I need to write my guy.
Write your guy.
Fuck. I'm going to write him right now.
No, not right now.
Call Susan.
Just call Susan. Just
Call
let her know.
Susan.
Yeah.
No, because I'll forget. Hold on. Gordon. Wait, not Gordon.
Don't say his name. Let's include this, but we have to go to break. So throw it to break, and you can call your person who is not named Gordon.
Time to take a short break.
This